He disappeared without a trace. No struggle, no witnesses, no body, and no explanation that ever led anywhere. For years, investigators searched for answers, but in the final hours before he vanished, Michael Reyes made one decision that ensured he would never be found. At 41 years old, Michael lived a life most people overlooked. He wasn't wealthy, he wasn't reckless. He lived quietly, worked consistently, and stayed off everyone's radar. Michael worked as a regional equipment inspector for commercial properties, warehouses, distribution centers, industrial sites. His job was simple on paper: verify safety standards, file reports, move on to the next location. Most inspections were routine. Most reports were copied, approved, and forgotten. And Michael understood something most people never notice. In systems built on trust, oversight is often assumed, not enforced. At first, Michael didn't plan a crime. He noticed an opportunity. Insurance policies on large commercial properties depend heavily on inspection reports. If equipment passes inspection, premiums stay low. If it fails, costs rise, sometimes dramatically. One signature could mean the difference between millions paid or millions saved. Michael realized no one ever questioned his reports. They were filed, they were archived, and they were rarely reviewed again. The first time he altered an inspection, it felt harmless. A delayed repair, a missing follow-up, a risk labeled minimal. He told himself it wasn't fraud, just flexibility. And when nothing happened, no accidents, no questions, the line became easier to cross. Over time, Michael began falsifying inspection results entirely. Failing equipment passed. Unsafe conditions were cleared. Insurance premiums dropped. In return, property owners quietly paid him for his cooperation. Consulting fees, cash transfers, favors disguised as bonuses. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't reckless, and that's why it worked. Michael understood something else too. Insurance fraud isn't discovered immediately. It's discovered after something goes wrong. That delay gave him time. Months before anyone suspected a problem, Michael started preparing. Not to run, but to disappear. He simplified everything. Closed accounts, canceled subscriptions, sold personal items quietly. No fake names, no forged documents, just subtraction. By the time the fraud would surface, there would be less and less of him to find. On a Tuesday morning, Michael checked out of a roadside motel like he had dozens of times before. He paid in cash, returned the rental car, sent his final routine work email. Then he made one final deliberate choice. He purchased a long-distance bus ticket under his real name to a city he never intended to visit. That ticket would become the last confirmed record of Michael Reyes. Weeks later, an industrial equipment failure at a Midwest distribution center triggered a routine insurance investigation. Inspectors pulled old reports. Michael's name surfaced repeatedly. The paperwork was clean. Too clean. By the time investigators realized the reports were falsified, Michael was already gone. No credit card activity, no phone records, no border crossings. It wasn't that he vanished suddenly. It was that he stopped leaving traces. Authorities searched for urgency, panic, escape routes, desperation. They found none. Because Michael didn't disappear out of fear. He disappeared out of calculation. Insurance fraud cases move slowly. Paper trails take time. By the time subpoenas are issued, the window has already closed. Michael Reyes was never located, never arrested, never declared dead. His case remains open, inactive, unresolved, untouched. No dramatic ending, no confession, no answers. Because disappearing isn't about running away. It's about knowing exactly how long the system takes to catch up. And in the end, the most dangerous decision isn't committing the crime. It's believing you have enough time afterward, when one decision changes everything.